Hi, in this chapter we'll learn how to create a development build for an iOS simulator using EAS build. So let's get started. Alright, so here we are in the document and I just want to mention something very important, and it's the difference between a simulator build versus a device build or a physical device build. For the simulator, the app format is going to be .app, and for a physical device, the format of the application is going to be .ipa. So we need to tell EAS that we want to create a build for a simulator so that we get the right format that we can install in our simulator. Here we have actually an example of how we can do that. So let's go to the project that we are working on. And this is how it looks so far. By default, the profiles are going to be developed, preview, and production, but we can extend this as you need. And as we saw previously, we can say iOS simulator. And again, you can rename this as you want. Inside of this new profile, we can specify settings specifically for iOS. So in this case, I want to say the flag simulator equal to true. Now we still want to have the distribution internal and development client to be true. So we could pass this like this, but this is going to be redundant since we already have it. So we can simply say extends, and then we can pass development. This is going to use these settings in this profile as well, but on top of that, it's going to apply the iOS simulator flag equal to true. So once we have this in place, we can kick off a new build. Let's run the build by saying EAS build platform iOS, and then we need to pass the profile that we want to use. So in this case, it's going to be iOS simulator, okay, which is the new one. So let's go ahead and hit enter, and the build is in progress, as you can see here in my terminal. So now we just need to wait a little bit. A thing to notice is that it didn't ask me for my Apple credentials since we are creating just an app for an iOS simulator. And our build is ready, as you can see here, guys. And here we have the QR code that we can scan, or we can simply press the Y key or say yes in here, and this is going to install the development build in the current simulator that we have open. So on the right, we should be able to see how this is going to launch. Now I need to sign in, so let's do that. All right, now let's not forget to run the server. So I'll say npx expo start. This is going to start the server. Now let's refetch. And now we can see the server running. So let's select it. And here we have a development build working on a simulator. Just to make sure that we are on the same page, you can see that this is a completely different app. It's not Expo Go anymore. It's in its own application. Again, we can go to the index and we can add a quick test in here, hit save, and we'll get the benefits of live reloading. So that's it for this quick chapter. We learned how to create a new build profile to create development builds for iOS simulators. We created the build in the cloud using EAS build and then installed it on a simulator. I hope you liked this chapter. I hope you learned something new. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.